Why is dating so hard?
I feel like social media fucks up a lot of dating nowadays because there's so many options. We're not supposed to see this many people in our lives.
Also, as well, society has made men think that they're the ones that are supposed to be chased. So a lot of guys nowadays think that they're the ones that are supposed to be taken out on dates, their toes sucked as a, let me tell you, guys, it's time to man up. It's time to take control. You know, I think men are supposed to be the pursuers and women are supposed to be the pursued. Once a wise man said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. I ain't heard shit about finding a husband finds a good thing, so there.
Sassy man apocalypse.
So you're looking for a traditional man?
Yeah, traditional for sure.
Somebody who's gonna take care of you.
Society has told men that they're supposed to be the ones that are supposed to be. They want to be double texted. They want to be chased.
They want
to be
girls
pursued.
go after them, and we don't.
And the energy should be reciprocated, but I think men should ultimately be the pursuers.
Yes,
at the end of the day.
I agree.
You know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. That's what I did.
This man paid for another woman's divorce because he wanted her. Because he wanted her. I'm never gonna let a man gaslight me again. Not a day in my life. You know, fucked up.
If I made $400 grand a year, I would be embarrassed with myself as a husband, a father, basically as a human being. 400 grand. How do you make sense of $35,000 a month? You have not done the math because you
I mean,
can't.
that's absolutely crazy. Like, this video has 161,000 people who have liked that video. It makes me feel awful because making 400,000 a year in the UK or the US or anywhere puts you like firmly into the 1%. And this is the thing, like, it doesn't sound particularly sexy, but if you make 400,000 a year and you put some of it every single year into, you know, savings, or you put it into, you know, a compound interest account, and you do that repetitively for X many years, you'll get to the point where you never have to work again. Like, that is an incredible place to be. You can look after your family, you can have an incredible life. So this advice is terrible, and I feel awful for anyone that thinks that 400K a year isn't successful.
Feeling absolutely humbled. I just go home with this guy in an Uber. Like, we're like pretty close vicinity, you know. So he's like, what's your address? Like, I'm gonna put it in the Uber to see how much, like, whatever. I live 3 blocks away, so it's not that big of a deal. This guy looks at me and goes, sorry babe, you have to walk home because the Uber is $7 extra if I drop you off at your apartment. He said, that's a lot. I've never gotten the ick faster than I just did right now. So I'm walking home alone at 2 in the morning. And let me just say, this is the same man that has asked me out like consecutively. Like, he works at a hedge fund. You don't have $7 to drop my ass off 3 blocks away.
No, I just wanted to clarify something really quick. So you're kind, you're smart, you're funny, you're ambitious, you're dependable, you're loyal. You could literally use your brain power to change the world. And you have chosen to focus on what your arms and your stomach look like in pictures. Did I get that right?
Do you reach for your purse on the first date?
Yes, always. To show my fake kindness.
Yes, of course. I do it. It's like a guilt thing. I always reach to like show them. Well, okay, the other day, I dug around in here. I felt my wallet and I just kept digging. And he was waiting for me to finish digging. And then he finally just paid. But I wanted him to think I was nice.
Yes.
And then, of course, they pull it out and I say, oh, are you sure?
The are you sure is good.
If they don't pay for it on the first date, just the first date, I say no second date. I just think that's weird. Third date, we can start talking about that.
What? So okay, first of all, you expect them to pay on the first date, but then by the third date, you could talk about them not paying. So you want them to be less invested as time goes on? Should it be the other way around, if anything? That on the first date, when they don't even know you, like they're not gonna pay, but then as you start to have a relationship, now they are paying. Wouldn't you expect that to be the way that evolves?
I was dating this guy for a while. He was an athlete, and we'll just leave it at that. And, you know, I ended up finding out years into hooking up with him, dating him. I was like, he never wants to bring me around his family. He never wants to do like holidays. I ended up finding out I was a side piece, and he actually had a serious girlfriend the whole time. That shaped my worldview on men, really, had such a profound influence on me where I became super depressed, quit law school, moved across the country, got my master's in and teaching, like totally took a 180 in my whole life. And then I ended up marrying somebody where I was like, okay, you can have extramarital affairs, basically giving him those hall passes because I didn't believe that it was possible for men to change. And you want to know the kind of men I'm attracting now? Married people who are like, hey, you want to date? I'm like, you have a wife.
If I were a boy, there are so many ways to get girls. It's not even funny. There are so many ways, and I'm gonna prove it to you right now. Number one, many girls get their nails done, right? You could literally make an appointment to get a pedicure, which don't think is weird. It's not weird, actually, because your feet are probably disgusting. Okay, they're probably like blocks of sandpaper. You could use a pedicure, I'm not gonna lie. So go get a pedicure. It's full of girls. The place is full of girls. You could meet someone there. And if you're thinking, oh, but like, I won't be cool, people won't think I'm cool getting a pedicure, no other guy is gonna be in there. And to be honest with you, when girls see a guy getting a pedicure, it's nice because they're like, oh my gosh, he has nice feet. That's attractive. Brownie points for you. Next, many girls love getting their hair done. You could go to a hairdresser. The place is full of girls. You could meet someone there. And if you don't think that's attractive, trust me, when a girl sees a guy getting his hair done, a fresh cut, stop. Literally stop. Hairdresser doing a guy's haircut is low-key intimate, I'm not gonna lie. So don't act like you can't meet girls. Don't act like it's so hard. It's not hard. Go where all the girls are. Go to a nail salon, go to a hairdresser. That's where they are. This is your sign to infiltrate every now and again into the girls' spaces, because as soon as you open the door and that bell dings, all the girls are gonna look at you and be like, who is that 6'1" testosterone-filled model walking through the door right now?
You don't even know me. Why do you care?
How old are you?
53.
At your age, have you found that dating has become easier or harder for you?
Absolutely harder.
Why is that?
Less pool. Men seem to want just one thing. I thought I would outgrow that with men, but no, they do not. They still just want sex.
Even in their 50s?
Yes.
50-year-old men, are they going for women in their age category or a younger woman?
They want women in their category, but they pretty much go for the younger woman.
Why do you think that is?
I think they don't expect that we have a sexual drive, and we do. And we are vivacious women.
So it's still the same at your age than it was when you were younger?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You ever thought about killing me?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Sure.
How would you do it?
Wood chipper.
A wood chipper?
Yeah.
A wood chipper?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Did you see Fargo?
Yeah.
Am I toxic, or does anyone else find it extremely attractive when a guy, instead of calling you a cute name like babe, sweetheart, or whatever, calls you like a mean name? Like dummy or loser. But not in like a mean way, in like a flirty, like cute way. Like, what are you doing, loser? Like instant fold.
How much would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think I'm a 10. I know I'm a 10. I'm confident that I'm a 10.
You spin for the camera. do a little slut walk, up and back. Having fun, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you're a 10, what do you think Beyonce is?
Oh no, Beyonce is like more than 100, 1,000, a million, a trillion. It's like J-Lo, like saying, you know, like they're up there. You know what I mean?
$1 million 1993 today is now $2,070,000. Inflation in 5 years will probably devalue half of everyone's money listening to this in their 401ks, IRAs, and their soft saving accounts. Like right now, the world is a wreck, and their only solution to the devaluation is they're gonna have to work harder. Over the last 20 years, 2002 to 2022, salaries have increased 27%, but the cost of a home has gone up 148%. In other words, like our cost of living and lifestyles is not keeping up. Average person drives a $60,000 a year car that has a $50,000 a year salary with over $100,000 of student debt, 60% of America living check to check. We have a problem. And being busy is not the solution, and getting another job is not the solution. You have to graduate and develop more of the Gen Z millennial mind that says there's got to be a smarter way. It can't be the immigrant way of just work harder, because there is something to say for hard work, But if it's not smart enough hard work, then it's stupid work. It's dumb work. And there's a lot of financial idiots out there that have just not gotten themselves educated.